First started in 1995. I started with 7 students for a program in New York. There were about 5 of us who were around the table at one point in time thinking that we really should do something on behalf of struggling teens. We had a little bit of familiarity with a program from New York and borrowed about 7 of those students to come on across the country, show us a little bit about what they've been experiencing while they're in a program. And we really started fresh from those 7 students with the idea of how do we serve kids and giving them a second chance. 2 sets of students that will work with our dogs. Each of them will have about an hour period of time in the morning in which they can go out and the first starts with kind of making sure that their area is cleaned and being responsible for the cleanliness of their area and well fed. But they go through a routine of what they're working with for a 10-week period of time. Each student is responsible for one dog. They'll make sure they walk it. They'll make sure they go through its training regimens. But again, most importantly, make sure that the dog is well cared for.
I've been here about 5 months right now. I come from Medical Aid, which is about 2 hours away from here. I'm adopted from Ethiopia. I've been here about 8 years or so. That's about it. I've been practically since this program started because he was here and then he left for a little bit, then he was sent back. So practically he's been here the longest. I've known him since for a long time. Well, with this one it's a little different because he knows everything. He just has a little bit of disobedience problems. So I have to start with the basics, even though he knows it, like the sit, the stay, the heel, where he has to walk next to you without doing anything, and stuff like that. And then after that we go into the harder training, like where he has to stay for about like 10 yards or so, stuff like that.
Well, they end up at Jubilee in a variety of ways. Some are just recommended by their parents. Their parents realize that it's a struggle for them to deal with the situation that the young man has put them through. It could be because they're having trouble with obeying some of the rules at home, and the parents just aren't able to keep that structure at home. Some also come through the court system. The court will say this young man really needs a structured community to be within, but a lockdown facility like a juvenile detention isn't the most appropriate, so they recommend a program like Jubilee. But we also have some young men that have been recommended by their brothers. Their older brother has been in the program, for instance, and thinks that, wow, my younger brother really could use this opportunity as well. So that's kind of the variety of sources that we get some of our students from.
I've been here for going on 4 years. Had a great experience so far. Jubilee director of animals. I just love animals, how we can learn from animals and animals learn from us. Just the opportunity to give back, that's the main thing that attracted me here, and just to be able to work with fun young men. So, degree, actually I have a degree in a BA in youth ministry with a minor in business, but I kind of work with animals, so God just worked it out where my degree to kind of reflect what I do.
I've been here for it's about 7 months and 3 weeks. I am 17 and I play lots of sports. I love dogs. I have 2 dogs at home. I was thinking about adopting the dog here. Basic training first, like sit, stay, how to walk with the collar, and then they go through advanced training, like how to walk without a collar, without a leash, and like it's like a basic like long distance sit, stay, you know.